For goodness sake, Maximus, slow down, shouted Maxima. You'll have a terrible accident at any moment. Stop, Maximus, stop! The two mice, Maximus and Maxima, were out in the garden at Sherwood Greenlaw Church. They had saved up to buy a skateboard. It was 10 centimetres long and they had painted it luminous green. They had found an old piece of wood fallen from the fence and leant it against a bit of stone to make a ramp. Maximus climbed the ramp, jumped onto the skateboard, and with a shout of "Geronimus!" came hurtling down the ramp and landed on his nose in the soft earth. Ouch, in fact, double ouch, cried Maximus, rubbing his nose with his front paws. That hurts. But did you see me go? Must have been faster than Tom chasing Jerry. I do think we should read the booklet, suggested Maxima. It said on the box, read rules before starting. How are we now? Here we are now, and what do they say? And this is what Maxima read. Never skateboard without a hard hat. Always wear pads on your knees and elbows. Make sure you know where you will land if you jump. Do not skateboard where there are other animals. You're a spoilsport, said Maximus. We're only trying it out. Hey, are you going to have your go? Not until we've got the right gear, said Maxima. Let's go and sort that out to find out what we need. Oh, okay then. But I can go even faster next time, said Maximus. So the two of them carried the skateboard between them back into the church. They put it down in the vestry, which, of course, is where Maximus lives, and started to make knee pads from a piece of grubby paper handkerchief, which the organist had dropped. What are we going to do about helmets? Asked Maximus. Well, I have had an idea about that, said Maxima. Do you remember those walnuts we had the other day? I reckon the shells would make perfect crash hats. Brilliant, replied Maximus. I can't wait to try one on. Come on, let's go and get them. The two mice scampered out of the vestry and ran round to the dustbin. They scrambled up the side and started to search for the walnut shells. After looking through some very smelly flowers, some very soggy tea bags and some service sheets, they found what they were looking for, 2 shells. They scooped out the middle bits and then tried them on. Great! Couldn't be better, said Maxima. Quick, let's get out. I can hear the dustmen coming. Just in time, the two mice jumped to the ground, clutching their shells, and ran back to the church. Well, said Maxima, I must go and have my supper now. See you in the morning. Maximus went back to the vestry and saw the gleaming skateboard. He walked all the way around it, admiring the bright paint, the shining silver-coloured wheels, the names they painted on the side, Speedy Max and Tornado Maxima. Pity not to try it again, he said out loud. Be safe enough in the church, he said. He put all 4 paws firmly on the ground and pushed as hard as he could with his shoulder. The little skateboard moved slowly out of the vestry and into the church. Maximus looked around for a slope. There were 2 steps down into the chancel. Maximus grabbed some hymn books and made a slope on the steps. He stepped onto the skateboard and began to push hard with one paw. The board moved slowly forward, and then faster and faster still. Maximus was just managing to keep his balance when the board dropped over the step onto the hymn books, and then down again into the chancel floor. By this time the skateboard was going so fast that it was all Maximus could do to hang on with all four of his paws. In the distance he could see the font at the end of the hill. It got bigger and bigger as Maximus got nearer and nearer. By this time he was yelling at the top of his voice, "Help! Help! Please, some mouse, help me!" At that moment, Maximus crashed into the wooden font. Maxima came running out of the Sunday school cupboard. "What are you doing? Have you hurt yourself? What's more, have you hurt my skateboard?" Maximus just lay at the foot of the font, moaning loudly and holding his head in paws. Maxima went over to him. Maximus opened one eye and looked up. "I've broken my head," he said. "I'm sure I've split it in two. Oh, oh, oh." "Where, may I ask, is your crash nut?" demanded Maxima. "You deserve a broken head for not wearing it. Mice who break rules get into trouble." But he helped Maximus back to the vestry and put him to bed. The next morning, Maximus woke up with a terrible headache. He felt bruised all over and had a really black eye. When Maxima came in to see him, Maximus was very quiet and very sorry for himself, Mouse. "I'm really sorry," said Maximus. "I promise you I will always keep the rules in future. Wear my crash nut and the protectors." Maxima forgave him and repainted the skateboard where Maximus had scratched it. They had lots of fun, but always kept to the rules, and they never got hurt again. Hope you liked that wee story of Maximus and the skateboard. I wonder if you've done anything as daft as that and broken the rules and ended up getting hurt. Remember, the rules are often there for a reason, to keep you safe, and that's why we should always stick to the rules. Hope you have a great day. Glad you're back at school, and I hope you're enjoying meeting up with some of your friends. Hopefully it might not be too long till we can have you back here in church too. God bless. Speak to you later. No, where's Maximus this week, but I promise you there'll be one next week. Bye.